So thank you guys for coming today. This is going to be really brief, as I mentioned. We're trying to give updates as often as we have them, even if it's just one or two pieces of information. It won't be as long as yesterday. I encourage you, when you're done, to go to our website. There's a bargaining page, and we're updating FAQs. There's proposals on there. Everything you need is pretty much there. I've given you a breakdown sheet of salary. That has not changed since earlier this week. So we're just going to kind of give you a couple tidbits overview, and then if you have any questions, we'll answer them the best we can, and then otherwise we'll update you after here. Okay, so today's update is that we just want to let everybody know that Seattle Public Schools and SEA are continuing to meet with the mediators. We are looking for a swift resolution and agreement, but unfortunately there is not one at this time, so there will not be school tomorrow. Our goal is to have a contract that puts students first, honors our teachers, and is fiscally sound. Our current proposal provides a 14% salary increase for teachers over 3 years, including cost of living adjustment, otherwise known as COLA. We're asking for more time with our students and teachers together. That's an added instructional time, but we need to make very clear that we are not adding to the teacher's workday. We remain ready and willing. Our bargaining team has been here since very early this morning at the table, ready to negotiate. We are willing to talk around the clock. That remains the same. And we need to remember that we are all employees of Seattle Public Schools, and this is about our kids, and we just really are looking to get a resolution soon to get them back into the classroom.
So basically, what will it take for the two sides to start negotiating? We've heard from you that you're waiting. We've heard from them that they're basically waiting. Does someone have to send in a carrier pigeon or a certain sort of message or what?
So the mediators are talking to both sides right now. So that's I guess Jon could probably explain that a little bit better, that process. But the best way to say is discussions. I don't want to use the word negotiation right now because technically negotiations have not resumed. But the mediators are talking with our team members and talking with theirs, and we hope that we can actually begin to negotiate again soon. They have not responded to the district's ask the other day. So the last one earlier this week, they did not give us a counter.
But Stacy, they're saying you're not responding, and they're saying they're not responding. So
The last
So on Tuesday afternoon, at approximately 5:15 or so, we put across the table a counteroffer. We, after answering questions at the table at that time, went upstairs waiting for a response. Instead, SEA walked down here and declared to all of you who were here they were going on strike and walked out of negotiations that night. We have not received any kind of formal counteroffer in the process at this point. That's what we're here waiting for so that we can continue that process. Our team was here in a room, ready to go all day long, sat and waited, and we are ready to go as soon as the talks resume. The mediators have a role of trying to facilitate that conversation. They've been with us collectively since Friday and done a really nice job of continuing that conversation. They're working very hard to get everybody at the table right now. They're working, I would say, in small groups to try and get some things hammered out to get everybody together. So we're just waiting for that to happen, but we're here and ready to go.
Perhaps they aren't waiting for a counter. Perhaps they're saying, this is it. They led us to believe today that they were waiting for an invitation from you guys.
Well, like Jon said, we've been at the table literally all day sitting there waiting, so we have not had a counter. I do want to add one more piece of information that should be very helpful to parents. If you guys can help us get the word out. We have a hotline set up now. The number is 206-252-0207. By calling this, they get a recorded line where they can leave any questions they have, and then we will answer them by updating the FAQ sheet online. So it's very hard to man a phone like that, as you can imagine, but we really want to be able to help the parents because it's a complex issue.
So if nobody's talking to anybody else and so forth and so on, are you now ramping up your internal discussion about going to court?
We have not had any further discussions about litigation.
Can you talk more about what the mediation process is like if you haven't had new proposals on either side, and what are you talking about?
I can't actually speak to it specifically because I'm not involved in those conversations. I can say that the people who are at the highest ends on both bargaining teams are involved with mediators and are having conversations. I don't know if they're in rooms together at the same time or in separate spaces, but that's where the conversation is right now.
The union says that they're not going to do anything until they get a better proposal from you. Are they going to be waiting a long time if they're just waiting for you to get up a counter proposal to your last proposal?
I don't have an answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the key here, like I said earlier, is we all work for Seattle Public Schools. We don't want to get into a he said, she said. We really respect our teachers, we respect our students, and we want this resolved just as badly as they do. So we're going to keep showing up every day, ready to meet until we